Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever tarot spread upload here on YouTube. I'm Indigo. Thank you very much for tuning in. I decided to do a spread for you that actually I learned from another tarot reader on here. She's called Agatha and she has a great channel called Psychic Consultants, which I do recommend checking out. She does great Vimeo readings too, weekly Vimeo readings, which are really, really amazing and really insightful. Um, but yeah, so this is actually her spread that she kind of came up with, so I just wanted to credit her for this because it's absolutely wonderful, and it is a relationship spread, so I will be focusing on relationships here for the upcoming month of November. I hope you all had a great Halloween, by the way. So yes, I've laid out the spread, how I saw it, how it came to me, and I just wanted to go through that with you. I may upload individual star signs for the month if I have time, but I'm not sure at the moment if I will. But that could be coming after this, so we shall see about that. So yeah, this is a really fulfilling spread if you are in what we call like a deep soul connection or a partnership with somebody else. It focuses on both the masculine's perspective, which I've put on this side, and then the feminine's perspective. So yeah, it's very, very, very insightful. Um, so yes, it's great, and I wanted to thank Agatha again for being such a sentient and wonderful being, and for inspiring me to do this myself. I have been doing tarot readings for many years for my friends and colleagues, and I love doing it. Um, it's great. It just gives people great insight if they're having a problem or they're really struggling with how to look at things. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and here we go. So I do apologise first of all for the setup here. I have a very small table, and I'm recording this on an iPad right now, so you won't really be able to see the full extent of the spread. I do apologise. I will be picking up the cards and showing them to you. Um, Worth mentioning, when I was shuffling the cards, the first card that seemed to fall out for me was the Strength card, which is a major arcana card um, of the whole tarot deck. There are only a few of the major arcanas, and this is one of them. So it came up in reverse, and when you have reversals of cards, which seem to just, you pull a card and you happen to pull it upside down, it does have an alternate meaning. Some people don't read reversals. I really like to. So what I got from this card was that there was a lot of self-doubt amongst people right now, lots of weakness towards the other party in the relationship. Kind of, I feel like kind of for some of you, you're not really going for what you want. It's more you're just kind of accepting what the other person wants somehow, perhaps. There's just a lot of self-doubt, really, for you, and this is just, obviously, for some of you, possibly. And you might be letting somebody else dictate how the relationship should be going, or how you should even be feeling. So that's the overall message I got. This is just a card that fell out, and I just thought it was relevant to the reading, so I wanted to kind of touch on it for you. This card is just reminding us to be, strong, to have strength, and be sure of our feelings. It is a very, very good message for the overall reading, in fact, which I will go into more depth in a second. Yeah, here you have like the feminine here, with the infinity symbol above her head, and she's closing the jaws, of the lion, and I feel like that lion kind of represents that pride that we kind of have with our feelings and our emotions, and here, the feminine is coming over and saying, it's okay to feel the way you feel, and it's okay to be in love, and yeah, it's just, the way you communicate that love can be important too. This can represent raw emotions similarly, and trying to maybe control those a little bit. Maybe, being careful how you communicate your love can sometimes be very important. So exercise patience, because love is just that. Love is patience, understanding, and giving people the time they need to come into that space. So worth remembering, definitely worth remembering. the overall theme for the reading, we had the Queen of Cups. Here she is. I'm so sorry, it's kind of dark, the camera. I'm really sorry about that. I hope you can see. I have candles here for atmospheric lighting, but I'm not sure if it's really doing it. So again, my apologies for that, but this is called mood lighting. Queen of Cups, in reversal again, actually. So that to me, excuse my nails, they're horrible. That to me would represent emotions. Cups, the suit of cups, are very indicative of emotions. And just being in touch with ourselves, which, you know, again goes nicely for me with that strength card about kind of relaxing that outer exterior and perhaps giving into love as a whole. It also, you know, again, giving the overall message of being overly reliant on someone else's feelings, and for us, again, just to be mindful of that and to, you know, be sure of what you're looking for and not to be so in your head about, you know, what the other person is thinking, you know, and to not be afraid of the truth. The truth is really beautiful. You know, when we know the truth of things, we can see which way we need to go, and, you know, we have direction, which is very important. So yeah, the first card I pulled on the masculine side here was a column for the masculine and a column for the feminine. Doesn't necessarily mean one for the guy and one for the girl. We both have aspects of masculine and feminine in us, but the first one I pulled for the masculine is the Lovers, which is a great card. Beautiful card, another major arcana card. So there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of union and a lot of attraction. You know, all the things a good relationship needs to flourish and get off the ground. But on the feminine side here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like she's working away here. And you can see that, you know, she's putting the fine detailing on these pentacles, chipping away here. Just kind of chipping away at the masculine for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but she does, I do feel like she does feel like things aren't refined enough for her right now with the relationship how it is. It's not, she just can't see the love for what it is, and so she's trying to work out all these details, and I feel like she's almost obsessed over the finery of things. You know, again, going back to this Queen of Cups, which is the overall theme of the reading, there may be a little bit of emotional instability here, or insecurity. You know, if we obsess over perfectionism, if we try and make things perfect, we lose sight of the bigger picture, which, you know, in this case is, of course, love. And that, you know, the masculine is going to meet this here with the Seven of Pentacles. And, you know, it's when the feminine displays dissatisfaction of things, or if she does display dissatisfaction about how things are panning out, the masculine kind of gets frustrated, and he starts to look at what he's been laboring over with the feminine and kind of goes, well, you know, is this really what I want? You know, he looks at all the things here that he has with the feminine and wonders if it's, you know, what he really wants. Is it really enough? You know, why am I not enough for this person, I feel, is what he's thinking. Or wondering, can I be enough for this person? You know, she has these expectations of what she wants, and I'm not sure if I can meet that, is what I'm kind of getting from that. And, you know, I feel like some of them might be a little unreasonable, even, dare I say. He just wants to love, and, you know, he has the Lovers on his side here. He just wants to love. And so he sees of abundance, and just see what'll grow out of it organically, but, you know, the feminine is just, you know, obsessing over that finery, and he might start to wonder if he should invest his time elsewhere. You know, the Seven of Pentacles is obviously it's growth and letting things culminate and do their own thing. And the Eight of Pentacles here is kind of more about the details. And, you know, so yeah, I do feel like there may be a pause in proceedings here, maybe some kind of a delay, just kind of like a respite for some kind of thought, you know, just to think about what people really want. There's a pattern of pentacles here. There's also a Knight of Pentacles over here, which I'll get to in a second on the feminine side. So perhaps there is some kind of, Pentacles do represent money. So possibly there might be some kind of thing with money here. Um, Maybe pressure about money. Maybe the feminine does seem a little bit more abundant over here. Maybe she already has things figured out for herself, like job wise, or things are going well for her. And masculine is maybe he's okay, but maybe he's just not there yet. Maybe he's just waiting for his abundance, in a personal stage. But that might not be relevant for everyone. It might be to some, but not for everyone. It may be just worth mentioning there. Um, so yes, we have the Knight of Pentacles there. She's kind of still in this implementation mode. She's kind of saying, I'm offering this abundance, but you're kind of saying, I'm not sure if I want it, and she's a little bit confused about that. So, he's kind of, I don't know if you can really see, but he's looking over here, and she's looking over here. So, from a artistic standpoint, they're not meeting each other directly. They're very much away. They're very much away in their own headspace, and that's not good. Communication is very important. There's definitely frustration there on both sides, is what I'm getting. Funnily enough, this card seems to come up in Agatha's readings lately, the Knight of Pentacles. This dimension is just kind of funny. So yeah, I think the masculine just kind of wants to chill out and see what manifests organically, but the feminine is much more practical about things and wants to know what's going on, when it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen, kind of thing. And she's wanting to plan it all out and get a blueprint of everything almost because of her emotional insecurity, which is generated from this Queen of Cups here. And so yeah, there may just be like different levels here on a practical standpoint, but also on an emotional standpoint, I do feel the same thing is going on. There's just different levels of that. Pardon me, I'm just going to put out my incense. It's burning really quickly. It's really good incense. So I'm going to save it. Sure does smell good though. So pardon me for 1 second. It's kind of creating a little bit of a smoke screen here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so here we then have the Five of Wands on this side for the masculine, which is kind of can be a card of conflict, and I do feel like for the masculine this kind of represents him starting to withdraw and become maybe afraid of expressing how he really feels because he's worried that there will be conflict. Maybe he's going to say something that she's not going to like, or he's worried about hurting her with how he feels, because I think he does feel on a different level to the feminine. There's definitely I definitely feel like there's a sense of the parties being in two different places and not in the same place, which is the issue here. I do feel like there's a lot of worrying about not living up to the expectations of things, which I've already mentioned, and I feel like this can represent a little bit of aggression in conflict as well, and maybe he just kind of reached the point where he's kind of done with trying to impress her and starts to take his priorities elsewhere and deflects a lot of that energy that the feminine is bringing to him. He kind of takes his wand and kind of bats it away, like, oh, just leave me alone, kind of energy. Just leave me alone and let me be here, because that's kind of what she's been bringing to him, like a little bit of pressure there, but just because she feels so insecure, and it's not that she means to be that way, but I feel like she's just kind of unknowingly pressuring things because she loves him so much and she wants all the good things that come with a relationship, and she wants to have that. She wants that great soul connection, and that's not something that you can force. You really do have to take a leaf out of masculine's book here and just be like, I want the love, so I have to just be patient and wait and be okay with waiting, and doing that is my message to you, feminine. So yeah, again, it's worth bringing up the point I made about being careful about how you communicate your love. The feminine meets this energy with the Ace of Wands, which is a very sexual energy, very passionate, fiery sexual energy. I think she kind of, when he does react like that, when he has that kind of reaction, one that's a little bit more